Welcome back to the Your Life Handbook channel. The goal of this video is simple. Give casino players a practical way to keep gambling records before tax season. A lot of people wait until March and try to reconstruct the year from W-2Gs and casino win/loss statements. That is the wrong time to discover the records are incomplete. In this video, we will walk through what to track, how to organize it, and what to give your tax preparer. Start with the basic problem. Gambling is one of those areas where the tax forms do not automatically tell the whole story. A W-2G may show one jackpot, but it does not show all the losing sessions around it. A casino win/loss statement may be useful, but it usually is not the same as a detailed taxpayer diary. Good records make the tax return easier to prepare and much easier to defend. This slide is the heart of the video. The IRS says that to deduct gambling losses, taxpayers must keep an accurate diary or similar record of winnings and losses and be able to provide receipts, tickets, statements, or other records. The diary should include the date and type of activity, the casino or location, the people present, and the amounts won or lost. The key point is that the log and the supporting proof work together. A lot of casino players do not keep records while they are gambling. They keep a pile of W-2Gs, maybe save a few ATM receipts, and then request a win/loss statement after the year ends. That may be better than nothing, but it is not the best approach. The safest record-keeping system is built during the year, close to the time the gambling actually happens. Explain session tracking in plain English. A session does not have to be complicated. The taxpayer is trying to show what happened during a defined period of gambling activity. For a casino player, that may be a visit to one casino. For an online sports bettor, it may be a day or account activity period. The point is to make the yearly total come from reasonable, traceable building blocks. Give viewers a practical template. A good gambling log does not need to be fancy. The minimum fields should answer the obvious questions. When did you gamble? Where did you gamble? What did you play? How much did you start with? How much did you end with? What was the net result? And are there any W-2Gs or supporting documents connected to that session? Walk through a sample day. This example shows multiple types of play at one casino. The important part is that the player separated the sessions by game type and recorded the net result. The notes column ties the session to supporting documents: W-2G, ATM receipt, photo of a ticket, or rated play records. The better the notes are, the easier the year-end summary becomes. A W-2G is important, but it is only one piece of the picture. The IRS also receives a copy, so you need to report it properly. But a W-2G does not tell whether the taxpayer was up or down for the year, and it usually does not show the losses around that win. The log should tie each W-2G to the specific date and session so the rest of the record makes sense. Emphasize the difference between a diary and proof. The diary explains what happened. The proof supports the diary. W-2Gs, casino win/loss statements, ATM withdrawals, cash-out vouchers, player card records, and photos can all help. The goal is not to save every meaningless scrap of paper. The goal is to have enough supporting evidence that the year-end totals are credible. This slide connects directly to part 4 of the series. Win/loss statements are useful, but do not worship them. They may not include all activity, they may not show unrated play, and they may not fully explain the cash trail. A good practice is to compare the casino statement to the taxpayer's own log and then resolve obvious differences before filing the return. The cash trail is often what makes a log more believable. If someone says they lost $10,000 gambling, but there is no sign of cash withdrawals, markers, casino advances, or other funding, the record may look weak. The log does not have to be perfect, but the money should generally line up with the story. Do not overcomplicate it. Some players will keep a notebook. Others will use a spreadsheet, Google Sheet, Excel file, or phone notes app. The best system is the one the taxpayer will use consistently. The big rule is to record the information close to the time of the activity and keep the supporting documents in a way that can be found later. Monthly cleanup is the secret. A person may not remember every gambling day in March of the following year, but they can usually remember what happened last weekend. Set a monthly reminder. Total the sessions, attach documents, compare to the bank, and mark missing items. This small habit can prevent a giant tax season mess. At year-end, the player should build a summary. A good summary shows winnings and losses by casino or account, and it identifies what documents support those numbers. This helps the tax preparer report the full gambling income properly, evaluate whether losses can be claimed, and understand what records exist if there is ever a question. This is a major point. The IRS materials say you cannot simply reduce gambling winnings by gambling losses and report the difference. Winnings and losses should be shown separately. That means the log should help identify gross gambling winnings and gambling losses, not just a rough net number. This is especially important for people with W-2Gs and Medicare recipients affected by AGI and IRMA. Broaden the discussion. Many viewers will think only about casinos, but gambling records may include lottery, sports betting, online casino accounts, racing, poker tournaments, raffles, and other wagering activity. If it produces gambling income or losses, it belongs in the overall gambling record-keeping system. This ties the entire series together. Beginning with tax years after 2025, Section 165D limits deductible wagering losses to 90% of losses, and only to the extent of wagering gains. That makes records even more important. Even when the law is unfavorable, the taxpayer still wants to support the losses that are allowed. Poor records can turn an already painful rule into an even worse result. For Medicare recipients, gambling paperwork can affect more than the income tax return. Large reported winnings can increase adjusted gross income or modified adjusted gross income, and they can trigger IRMA surcharges for Medicare Part B and Part 500. This is another reason to keep records during the year and review the situation before year-end. This is very practical. Tax preparers do not need a messy dump of screenshots with no explanation. They need a year-end summary, W-2Gs, win/loss statements, the taxpayer's log, and supporting records. Organized records reduce mistakes, save preparation time, and make it much easier to explain the numbers. Use this as a checklist slide. Encourage viewers to pause the video or take a screenshot. These are the questions to answer before tax season, while there is still time to request documents and fix missing records. The better the answers are, the easier the tax return becomes. This is the final recap. The goal is to connect all 5 videos. The viewer should now understand the tax trap, the Medicare premium issue, W-2Gs, casino win/loss statements, and the importance of keeping a log. The theme is simple. Do not wait until tax season. Good gambling records are built throughout the year. We hope that you found this series helpful. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who gambles. Do you keep your own gambling log? Or do you rely on casino statements? Post your answer in the comment section below.